Yeah, so I had that strong desire to have friends, and I would just look around me and I saw that I didn't have any. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be discussing my depression and where it started and everything that I've been going through. My depression started about 2 years ago, and I was just feeling very lonely. It came out of a dark, negative place of loneliness. There was a strong desire to have like a social life, and I don't know why I'm getting like anxious talking about it, but there was like a strong desire to just want friends. And sorry, my dad just texted me. Hold on. I would look at other people and compare my life to other people and be like, why am I so different? Why am I like abnormal? Why isn't my life like theirs, where they have like this glamorous social life, all these friends, they're going out, to the bar, to the club, this, that, and the third. And, they have friends that they can hit up and text, to confide in them and talk to them when they need someone, when they need an ear or whatever. And I'm just over here and I have no one. And I tried everything. Like I tried, initiating friendships, initiating like, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? Do you want to, do this, that, and the third? Here's my number. Like I tried opening the door to people to start friendships, and nothing would just ever come about it. And so that made the depression even worse, because I started to look at myself and think, what is wrong with me? There must be something wrong with me. I'm stupid, I'm pathetic, I'm this, that, and the third. And I used to think all these horrible negative things about myself, to justify why I don't have anybody around me, why I don't have any circle. And granted, was in relationships and had like maybe several friendships here or there that I thought were actual friendships, but kind of find out, they weren't. But I only had like one strong best friend that I've been friends with for over a decade. But like other than that, I never had like just friends that I could text, or people that would text me and be like, hey, what's up, girl, or this, that, and the third. I never had that. I still don't have that. And my depression just got worse and worse and worse. And forgive me if I offend anybody when I'm about to say this, but this is just the truth. This is just what happened in my story. But I was going to kill myself, and I had planned it all out. I was at work actually when I decided to actually do it. And the next day when I got off, I was going to go to Walmart and buy some razors, and I was going to slit my wrist. I was going to write a note first, like saying goodbye to my mother or whatever, and then that's what I was going to do. That was my plan. And the only thing that stopped me from going through with it was the next day when I got home. I had a talk with my mother, and I don't know if I came in the house looking upset or if I came in the house crying. I can't remember, but we started talking about what was wrong and everything. And she confided in me and told me something that happened in her past. So her telling me her heartbreaking experience kept me from hurting myself, because I felt like, well, I can't leave her on this earth to struggle with that, like especially after she just told me that. Like I especially don't want to leave her now, because at first it was a thought, and I just felt like me personally going through my depression, you just feel worthless. I just felt worthless. Felt like nobody cared about me. I just felt like, why am I even here? I don't need to be here. I don't have any talents. I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't act, I can't, I'm not a genius. Like I can't do anything. Why am I even here? So, my mother, she'll be perfectly fine without me. And that's what I thought, and until she confided in me and told me that. And I was like, okay, I can't do it now, because I just don't want to leave her on this earth with that. And I ended up, my supervisor noticed that something was wrong. The the night at work where I had planned to do everything, I had a major depressive episode, and I had lashed out at one of my coworkers, and she me and her was going back and forth or whatever, and then my supervisor, he came up to me and he was like, you need to calm down, da 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 da, and whatever. And I was even cursing at him a little bit, like I was just not feeling it. And then I just took a break, and I went into the break room, and I just went in there to be alone. And he came in there after me, and he was like, what is going on with you? And I told him everything, and I told him my plan and stuff, and he was like, you do not need to do that. The people that will not be better off if you do that to yourself and everything. And he gave me a piece of paper, I think close to shift change or whatever, and it had all this information that about a program at my job called EAP. It stands for Employee Assistance Program, and that program is what's the word I'm looking for, is just therapists that are given to us. I was looking for a word to say that, but just therapeutic services. Yes, therapy services that for the employees at my job. And initially it is free, and then once if you have insurance, they work with your insurance, and if you have insurance through the facility, that even helps better, which I did. So I saw this lady for a little bit, and I talked to her for a little bit and everything like that, and then she gave me an option of several therapists that I could see, and I chose the one. I chose one, and I started seeing her, and she's awesome. Like, she was awesome. Like, she was great. And each session was only $10, and sometimes I wouldn't have any money on me because she took card too. She took cash and card, but I think it was a couple times that I think I forgot my card. I don't know, something like that. Like, I just wasn't able to pay one time. No. I think for the sessions, I would tell her, like, I can't give you anything right now, and she would still say, like, it's okay, still come see me and da 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 da. And she was great. Like, she really helped me through it all. Like, she helped me through it all. And they put me on Lexapro, and I was only on 5 milligrams of Lexapro. And for those of you who don't know, Lexapro is an antidepressant. And I wanted to get off of that because I was hearing stuff about how, like, once you get off of the antidepressant, or any kind of antidepressant you take, it can potentially relapse you into a worse depression than you were initially. So I was like, I don't want to be even more depressed. Like, this shit hurts. Like no, like, I'm not trying to go backwards. So I was kind of scared of like, if one day I ever was to stop, and then, like, what if I relapse, and then it's worse, and then because, like, personally, I felt like, I was in a dark place, but I still felt like I could pull myself out of it. Like, I felt the strength in me. I just needed to pull it out. I needed to have, I needed that push to pull it out of me, to heal myself, to get better. But I was scared of going into an extremely, extremely dark place where there was no way of pulling me out. I didn't want to go there, because mine was still functional, where I could work and go to school and do this, that, and the third, and be social, and I know some people are unable to do that, so I didn't want to get to that point. So yeah, relapsing was just a fear, and so I tapered myself, even though you're supposed to, like, actually, I did it the wrong way at first. I stopped cold turkey. I stopped taking it cold turkey, and then when I had my doctor's appointment, and I told him that, like, a behavioral therapist, another doctor, like, all three of them had walked in the room, it kind of, like, got my anxiety out. Like, they were kind of, like, they weren't, like, getting on me, but they just had a talk with me saying, like, that's not wise. Like, you shouldn't do that because, like, cutting yourself cold turkey off of antidepressants will increase your risk of relapsing back into a more severe depression or whatever. So, I kept taking it like they told me to, but I eventually, did it on my own again. But I did research. And I was like, okay, they said not to do cold turkey. So I did research on what I should do. And then I just tapered myself off of it. So it was only 5 milligrams. And I would like break the pill in half with my teeth and like take half or whatever. And just to slowly like wean myself off. And I would do that. I think I did that for like a week and a half. And then I eventually like skipped days, and then I eventually stopped, and I was fine. I didn't relapse. But yeah. And my therapist, like, she's amazing. I'm actually kind of mad at her now. That's a whole nother story, but I'm low-key irritated with her just because, like, I got another phone, and I gave her my new number. And like we had a session scheduled, and I missed a session because I was at school doing biology work in the library, and I was just stuck there, and I was like, oh fuck, I missed the appointment, so she changed her number several times from when I had her, from when I first started seeing her. So she changed her number several times, in the past year or two, so I have like a bunch of different numbers from her. So my new phone is under, the same Apple account. So these boys and they loud mufflers on their trucks. My new phone is under the same, Apple account, so some of the numbers have transferred over. So I just happened to look at my phone. I was like, damn, I hope I have it. And I saw a therapist in there, and I was like, okay, well, hopefully this is the right number. And I text the number, and I still haven't gotten a response, and it's been almost 2 weeks now. So it's been actually almost 3 weeks since we're supposed to have our appointment. So I kind of just feel like, and I could be wrong, and like I know it was wrong for me to miss the appointment, but at the same time, like, I was like so stressed out. I had a lot of stuff going on with school, and like my computer, I have a Google Chrome, and it can only do but so much. And what one of my teachers requires me to do the specific work, like at the time I only knew, I knew I couldn't do it on mine, so I had to do it at the computers at school. So I just got stuck there and lost track of time and completely forgot, trying to make sure I don't fail this class, And but still, on the other hand, like, as a therapist, I just feel like if I was a therapist and I had patients and stuff, I'm not gonna not reach out to you. Like, yeah, you missed the appointment, but I'm gonna make sure I get in contact with you because I know what I'm treating you for. Like, I know, well, not treating you for, but I know what I'm seeing you for, and that if something goes wrong and you can't talk to me, then that can make things worse, And luckily, I've grown so much, and that I'm strong enough, and I'm not in that weak place anymore where I can bounce back and build myself back up through like positivity, reading God's word, and meditation. And this is just from my personal experience, don't knock it till you try it. Meditation, honestly, I noticed the difference, like, hands down, immediately, like within like a couple days. Like, meditation is amazing because what's been going on recently, see, I work at a hospital, and it's been like extremely stressful and everything. They made us the COVID floor because we're the surgery floor, and then they cut out surgeries for a short period of time, and then made us back to the COVID floor again. So being the COVID unit is extremely stressful. You have to wear the hazmat suits and everything. And then I'm in school, for nursing, trying to do nursing. So I'm not in nursing school, but I'm just taking the prereqs or whatever. But that's still stressful because you have your biology classes and da-da-da. So everything was just like building up. And then I had a lot of issues at work. So it made me have another depressive episode, and I'm like crying hysterically. My boyfriend is just like, oh man, like, so seeing her would have been really helpful during that time, if I just, would have had her available to talk to, would have been really nice. So, but with everything being said, she still is a really good therapist. It's looking like I might not ever hear from her again. I'm kind of thinking she might have lost my new number and has no other way of getting in contact with me. But at the same time, I think I did give her my email when I first started seeing her. I think I did give her my email. So I don't know. I just kind of feel like there's no excuse there. But anyway, that is, yeah, everything that I went through with that. And that's just like a summary, because I'm trying to make my videos shorter, because they've all been like 30 minutes, and like editing it is like so annoying, because I'm just like, damn, like, you know, because it's so much. But those of you that are struggling with depression out there, like, it's not the end, you know. It is not the end of the world. I know it feels like it. It will feel like it. You will feel like you want to leave. You'll feel like you don't belong here, but you do. And you need to live your life to the fullest. Get help, because at first I used to think that, oh, I'm just sad, like, oh, I'll get over it, you know, I'm not depressed. I was in denial that I had depression. I didn't know, like, that I actually had depression. And, you know, I'm just thinking like, oh, I'm sad, you know, I'm just, you know, because my belief at first was that, oh, you know, I'm not depressed because I have a reason for my depression. My reason is that I don't have any friends, and that I'm experiencing loneliness. Like, that's my reason. And so I had in my mind, you know, not being knowledgeable of how mental illness works entirely, I had in my mind that because I have a reason for my depression, because I have a reason of why I feel sad, I should say, scratch that, why I feel sad, I'm not depressed. Because depression is a disruption, a chemical imbalance in the brain where, you know, you will just be like that for no reason. And I thought that was the case with any mental illness. That's what I thought. And then kind of found out, talking to my therapist, there can be reasons. You know, there could be reasons. So, you know, and I just had no idea. So, like, just seek help. Like, if you're sad all the time, crying, and definitely if you're having suicidal ideations and everything, definitely get help. See somebody. Do not care about what people think, because there is this stereotypical perception. I don't know if I said that right, but there's this like skewed perception on, you know, people seeking therapy and seeing a therapist, where, you know, people like to make fun of it and joke about it and everything like that. And it's nothing to joke about, because if you're not right upstairs, then nothing else is going to be right. Like, mental health is so important. So seeing a therapist, just like you see a doctor for your body, you see a doctor for your mind. It's the same thing. And seeing a doctor for your mind is just so important, because your mind, your brain, your personality, how you feel about yourself, your soul, your spirit, everything, that governs your entire life. That governs your actions, your behavior, your energy. That governs everything. So if you're not right upstairs, then nothing else in your life is going to be right. So it's okay to get help. It is okay. And, you know, it is not normal to have those thoughts. Please don't be like, oh, you know, yeah, I've been feeling like this lately, like I want to end things, and like ignore it, because it just progressively gets worse and worse and worse. Because that's what I did. I ignored it, and I would have these depressive episodes, which at the time I didn't know that they were depressive episodes, but I would get into these funks where I'm just like extremely sad, thinking like I want to end things, just getting worse and worse and worse. I would go to the Walmart parking lot and like cry, like hysterically, like cry and like beat on my steering wheel. Like, it was just, it wasn't pretty. And this is, again, when I was not getting help. So seeing someone and talking to someone can really change everything. It can change everything. And, like, you know, just know, like, you are not worthless. You are enough. You're not worthless. You know, you're worth everything this world has to offer. You know, like, the same opportunities that somebody else is given, you deserve them too. Like, you are equal to everyone else in the world. You're not inferior, and, you know, you're not above either. Like, you are the same as everybody else. Like, you know, just really just try to get that positivity back. And I know it's really hard, and I know it sounds like I'm just talking a bunch of shit, like, but for real, like, that the positive energy is so important. Like, energy is just extremely important, and you can get that good energy back, that positive energy back, by seeking help, getting support from friends and family and people that understand, because a lot of people do not understand mental illness. They don't relate to it. They don't empathize with it. So you can have people around you that are, just will make it worse, that don't support you, don't understand what you're talking about, will maybe even distance themselves from you because they just find the way what you're doing and how you're acting is abnormal, and then they're not there with you through the process. So, make sure you have good family and friends around you to support you through the whole thing. And just reach out, man. Just reach out for help. Just see somebody, tell somebody, and just know that it's not the end. It is not the end, and don't let it be the end. You're in control of your life, and if you want it to be something great and be happy and positive and have good energy and feel good inside of your spirit, then that's what will happen. But if you don't try to pick yourself up, and if you lay in your bed with those curtains closed, with the lights off, and cry your eyes out in your pillow, then your life will stay on that level, So with mental illness, we need that help. We need someone to walk us, so we can be able to run. And sometimes you can't do it on your own, like you cannot do it on your own. And some people are more severe than others, and the more severe you are, the more you really need just help. Like, you just need to see somebody. So, and that is 100% okay. There is nothing wrong with that. Seeking therapy, seeking help. Now, as far as medications go, I'm not really going to speak on that, but as far as therapy, because I've experienced that myself personally, and I've seen the benefit from that. There's nothing wrong with that. And definitely do not turn that down. Go for that. But yeah, that's about everything. I am now at a place where I sometimes feel it, trying to come back. Like I said, I had my depressive episode recently, but I meditated for like several days, and I felt really good. And I started eating bad, and I wasn't meditating or whatever, and just was occupied with other stuff in school. So now I'm feeling kind of again, like kind of blah, but I know I can get myself back there, if I just meditate again. And yeah, and that's about it. So I hope that everything I said is helpful. I hope that I didn't offend anybody. I'm not trying to. I'm just sharing my personal experience, and hopefully I'm trying to be informative and helpful, and hopefully it kind of enlightens you or helps you or motivates you to seek help, or maybe talk to a friend or a family member that is struggling with depression and they need help themselves. As far as my personal experience, what I did with my antidepressants that was prescribed to me, I do not recommend anyone to try doing that for themselves, because a lot of people don't like the antipsychotics / antidepressants that they're taking, but some people really need it, like really need it, because theirs is more severe. So do not watch this video and think that because I did that and tapered off and I didn't relapse or whatever, that I'm fine. Do what your doctors instruct you to do. Do not go on YouTube or any article or site and read people's personal experiences and think, well, if they're okay, I took a risk and I did what I chose to do for my life, and that could have ended bad for me, but I happened to, God happened to have my back at the specific time period in my life, you know. So just please do what your doctors or your therapist instruct you to do, because that's what's best for you. So again, do not, you know, run off and, you know, do what I did with my medication. Just, you know, do what you're instructed to do by your healthcare professionals or your therapist that you're seeing right now. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if anybody needs anyone to need me to like confide in or whatever, like, I'm here. Just comment below if, you know, you want my, you know, email to email me, or I'll be putting my Instagram in the video, so you can DM me or whatever about anything. I am open ears, and, you know, I'm open to getting close to you guys and discussing things like this. And I've been wanted to share my story, and I actually already did. I recorded it and everything. But my camera and the old phone I had, it was just, I didn't have enough storage to upload the video to my phone and this, that, and the third. So, but yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't want to end it and there's something else. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.